If you've ever been on a diet, it's probably not the first time. So you know, dieting is hard. Dieting takes willpower. You have to consciously remember to stay with your diet. Dieting makes you tired and cranky, and it leaves you feeling deprived. And when you're on a diet, all you can think about is food. Is it any wonder that your motivation gives out? Before you know it, you've gained all the weight back and then some, and now you're worse off than when you began. So this can be a real source of frustration for a lot of people, and feeling frustrated only makes things worse. You already know this. Diets don't work. Dieting only works so long as you stay on the diet. But eventually everybody falls off the wagon. So on this video, I want to talk about why diets don't work and what you can do to make them work. Most people will initially have some success with a diet. This is because motivation is usually quite high at the beginning of a program. And this is why a lot of weight loss programs have a quick start program. It's to take advantage of that, higher level of motivation that's there to begin with. The problem is that after a while, dieting kind of gets old, and old behaviors start to sneak back in, and before long, you're right back where you started, only worse, because usually you've added a few extra pounds, and it's because something will happen to sabotage your success. Temptation will rear its ugly head. You'll be at a party or you'll be at a restaurant and you'll forget about your weight goal. You'll promise yourself it's just this once, you deserve it. It's only one. Tomorrow you'll go right back to the program, right? And tomorrow never comes. Worse, you'll go totally unconscious and go on a binge. You'll eat everything in sight and then hate yourself for it in the morning. It's not your fault. It's just how the subconscious mind works. The subconscious mind drives behavior, and its primary concern is with keeping you safe. So it's going to do anything to keep things safely within the status quo zone, because that's who you are. That's where you belong. That's how you know how to cope. If the status quo happens to be eating a quart of Haagen-Dazs every night, your subconscious mind's going to do its best to ensure that you keep up that behavior. Depressing, I know. It makes it difficult to create change. Consciously, you want to do the right thing. You want to make healthy choices, and you want to make those choices on an ongoing basis. That's how you'll achieve your goal. And you know what you need to do to sustain a healthy weight. You just can't do it. And it's because of the pain-pleasure principle. Human beings are hardwired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. Food is pleasurable. Food tastes good. Food can numb pain. And changing your diet won't change this most basic of human drives, which is to feel good and avoid feeling bad. This is the territory of your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the emotional mind. It's the part of you that holds on to feelings and memories and beliefs that shape your identity and your expectations about life, and that's what drives behavior. So, when you try to use conscious willpower to try to override all that, you're destined to join the 95% of dieters who are doomed to fail. So what are you gonna do? Well, first you need to realize that your subconscious mind is never the enemy. It's there to help you satisfy your most important needs. It's there to ensure that you survive so you can be happy. And it always has a very good reason for doing what it's doing. So if your subconscious mind is driving you to overeat, then it's meant to be helpful. It's either helping you to soothe upset feelings, or it's giving you a way to self-medicate the pain, or it's protecting you by holding on to the weight. It's your very best friend when you're feeling down. So your subconscious mind is not trying to make you miserable. It actually wants you to be happy, and it's doing its best to help you to satisfy important needs based on your history. If you're feeling down in the dumps, your subconscious mind is always going to be your best friend, and it will come up with ways to help you feel better. Your subconscious mind will find a way to help you to soothe upset feelings or get relief from physical or emotional pain. And what better way than food? Food is easily accessible, it's safe, it's pleasurable, and we've been enjoying food since the day we were born. Every happy occasion in our lives is celebrated with food. Christmas, Easter, birthdays. So if you're feeling down, what better way to bring more joy and pleasure into your life than food? Your subconscious mind will even try to protect you by holding on to the weight. You know, your subconscious mind's prime directive is to protect you from harm. The truth is, if you've tried and failed at losing weight more than once, it's probably because there's some kind of an underlying need for that behavior that caused you to gain weight in the first place. If you've lost weight before, you know what you need to do to lose the weight. The problem is that the conscious mind just doesn't have the power needed to override a subconscious directive. And weight is seldom just a problem of behavior. That's why diets don't work. You can't diet your way out of an emotional need. You can't out-exercise your ability to overeat. But most people don't know this. The simple fact keeps them buying the diet books and magazines and exercise equipment, all in the hope that somehow, this time, they'll find the key that will finally set them free. All this does is add to the weight of the problem because much of the information conflicts. You know, the facts keep changing. And so you're stuck with wondering, well, low calorie or low carb? You know, high fiber or high fat? And this just adds confusion, which increases internal stress. And stress makes the body hold on to the weight. Then there are all the false beliefs about what causes a person to be overweight in the first place. They think they've been cursed with bad genes. They think that they're big boned. They think that they have willpower deficiency. And most of the time, none of these things are true. You know, only 5% of all health conditions are truly genetic. So if you weren't born obese, your genes are probably not out to get you. There's no such thing as big bones. Bones are bone-sized. And if you have ever been successful taking the weight off, you have all the willpower you need to succeed. It's just that willpower isn't enough to override the subconscious need for food. So what's the solution? The solution is to gain access to the subconscious mind and change the internal drive. Makes sense, right? So how do we do that? Hypnosis. Hypnosis gives us access to the subconscious level of mind, and it can make it a lot easier for you to create the kind of change that you want. A skilled hypnosis practitioner can help you to increase your motivation, which will make it easier for you to stick to your program. And they can help you to change unwanted habits by locating and resolving the underlying emotional drivers. When you pull the plug on the underlying pattern, there's nothing left to drive the behavior. But there's something else you need to know. All hypnosis is not equal. You know, there are different approaches to creating change with hypnosis, and the approach that you need will depend on the nature of the problem. So it's different strokes for different folks. Now, the two most common approaches are relaxation hypnosis or regression hypnosis. Relaxation therapy is where a hypnosis practitioner will guide you into a relaxed state. And then they'll deliver suggestions to encourage the kind of changes that you want. And this can be very effective when you're dealing with a simple behavior problem. So if the weight problem is simply the result of having learned a few bad habits, then relaxation hypnosis can be highly effective because anything that's been learned can be unlearned. And hypnosis is the optimum state for learning. So if you learned how to overeat or eat the wrong kinds of things or eat too quickly, you can change that. In this case, it's really just a process of relearning what you already know. You know, every child knows when it's had enough to eat, and that's when they stop. Research shows that children will binge on sweets when they're available, but then they get tired of them. And it's nature's way of keeping us healthy. And that includes maintaining a healthy body weight. So if you've just fallen out of alignment with your genetic programming for healthy eating, then hypnosis can make it easier for you to change those old behaviors and replace them with healthier choices. Now, often relaxation hypnosis is all that's needed to get you back on track. But sometimes a weight problem points to a deeper issue, and that's when a deeper technique is needed. So when unwanted behaviors like overeating serve an underlying subconscious purpose, then willpower just won't do it. And surface techniques like imagery and suggestion alone will not have a lasting effect. So if you have already tried hypnosis and the results didn't last, it's not that the hypnosis doesn't work. It's that you probably need a deeper technique. And this is where regression hypnosis can help. Regression hypnosis allows you to get to the underlying cause of a problem. That's its purpose. And what we want to do is locate the event that caused the problem and then resolve it where it got started. So if you're at a place where nothing else has worked, it's not your fault. If you've tried hypnosis and it didn't last, it's not that hypnosis failed. It's often just a sign that there's a deeper issue calling for resolution. This means that you need a deeper technique. You need a deeper approach to get to the underlying cause of the problem. You need to find out why your subconscious mind has been doing what it's doing, because once you understand what's causing the problem, you can find a way to correct it. Regression hypnosis can help you to find the answers to these questions. It can help you to find solutions to problems that are buried at a deeper level of consciousness. So you can discover what's driving the need to feed. What purpose does the extra weight serve? How did the problem get started in the first place? And what needs to happen so that you can finally let go of the old pattern? These are the questions that need to be answered to resolve the problem for good, and regression hypnosis can help you to do just that. Once you understand how the problem got started and what purpose the excess weight serves, you can change it. And that will put you back in control of your eating choices. The important thing to realize is that it's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just how the mind works. And diets don't work. Statistically, diets fail 95% of the time. That doesn't mean you're doomed to fail. Just contact your friendly neighborhood regression hypnosis practitioner and get the help you need to resolve the problem for good. And if you're a hypnosis practitioner, I have lots more information to share with you. So if you want to learn more about the healing process of regression to cause hypnotherapy, click the link in the description area below this video. At Tribe of Healers, you'll find plenty of free and low-cost courses that are specifically for regression to cause hypnosis practitioners. And they can help you to feel more confident in your sessions. They can help you to get more consistent and lasting results working with real clients and real problems. And they can help you to grow a healing practice that pays. So click that link in the description area below and come on over to Tribe of Healers. And I'll see you again soon.